Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're tackling a really cool feature, getting our web application to talk directly with our IRC client. Our goal is to send messages from a web page, have them appear in chat, and see messages from that chat appear back on our web page in real time. To get this done, we need to solve a central architectural challenge. As you can see in our architecture diagram, our HTTP server runs on the main thread, while the IRC client runs in a separate worker thread. They're isolated, so how do we get them to communicate? We'll use a powerful feature from Node.js called duplex streams to act as a bridge. Let's dive into the code and see how it's done. First things first, we need a place for our chat interface to live. Now we will add a new root module for chat in src/http/root/chat/index.mts. We're also updating our main http/server.mts to handle requests to /chat. As you can see from our tree map of the web app's roots, the /chat endpoint is a significant new piece of functionality. This new logic in our server handles 3 new paths. /chat. This will serve the main HTML page with our chat box. /chat/stream. This is where the magic happens for receiving messages. It's a server-sent events, SSE, endpoint that will stream data from the server to the client. /chat/input. This endpoint will handle post requests from our chat box, taking user input and sending it off to IRC. Let's look at how we build the page itself. Inside src/http/root/chat/index.mts, the chat page function renders our HTML. More importantly, it injects 2 crucial JavaScript snippets. The first script sets up our SSE connection. When the document is ready, it creates a new event source and points it at our /chat/stream endpoint. Anytime the server sends a message down this stream, the end message event fires, and we simply create a new div and append the message data to our stream container. Simple and effective. The second script handles sending messages. It attaches an onSubmit event handler to our form. When you hit send, it prevents the default page reload and instead uses fetch to post the form data to /chat/input. Now for the back-end architecture. How do we get messages from the IRC worker thread to the HTTP main thread and back? The solution is in src/http/server.mts. We create 2 pairs of duplex streams using duplex pair from Node stream module. An IRC duplex. This will carry messages from the IRC client to the HTTP server. A chat duplex. This will carry messages from the HTTP server to the IRC client. The Twitch IRC client in src/twitch/irc. MTS is now initialized with the HTTP server instance, giving it access to these streams. Let's trace a message coming from IRC to our web app. The Twitch IRC client receives a raw message from Twitch. We've added a whole new set of parsing functions like parse IRC message to turn that raw string into a structured object. Inside the client's unmessage handler, instead of just logging the message, it now posts the parsed message to the main thread using parent_port.postMessage. In a new method on worker message, the client listens for these messages from the worker and writes the parsed message object to server HTTP stream for IRC input. Remember our /chat/stream endpoint? Its handler, ChatStream, is listening on the other side of that duplex IRC duplex output. When data arrives, it writes it straight to the HTTP response, sending it to the browser. Now let's go the other way. Our browser posts a new chat message to /chat/input. The chat input handler in src/http/root/chat/index grabs the message text and writes it into the chat duplex.input stream. Back in src/twitch/irc, a new handler on HTTP output is listening to the other end of that stream, the HTTP chat output stream. When the Twitch IRC client receives the message from the web app, it calls its private method with the outgoing message, which is then sent over the WebSocket connection to the actual Twitch IRC channel. It also uses PostMessage to broadcast the sent message back to the main thread and any other workers. This ensures that the message you just sent also appears in your own chat stream on the web app immediately. And that's the full loop. We've established true bidirectional communication between the web application and the IRC backend.